engines allow this aircraft to fly at speeds of around 200 miles an hour with a crew of 10 at altitudes of over 20,000 feet with a bomb load of about 5,000 pounds. Coming through next, a B-25 Mitchell bomber, two 1,700 horsepower motors powering that. On the wings, farthest from us, the F-4U Corsair, closest to us, the Curtiss P-40 Warhawk, and in trail, an aircraft flown by the 41st President of the United States, George Bush. George H.W. Bush is flying. He flew this aircraft for the Navy while he was still a teenager. That is the Grumman TBF Avenger. Grumman Aircraft and Republic Aircraft, both headquartered here on Long Island, built tens of thousands of airplanes, and the Grumman Iron Works, as they were known, created one of the Navy's premier fighters, and it was the frontline fighter for the Navy at the beginning of World War II, and that was the F-4F Wildcat. Not a fun airplane to fly, but it was the best thing that we had at the time. For the Army Air Corps, the frontline fighter was the Curtiss P-40 Warhawk. But now we've got the music that's been going. I'm going to give you a couple of passes. I want you to have a chance to listen to these radial engines, the radial piston engines, air-cooled with the cylinders arranged in a circle around a central propeller shaft. This is the sound of round. Approaching now from the left, the twin-engine North American B-25 Mitchell bomber, the aircraft that was used in the Doolittle raid in April of 1942. Going by right now, not a round engine, that's the Curtiss P-40 Warhawk with an Allison engine, a V-12 liquid-cooled engine. Missed that one, but here comes the B-25 Mitchell bomber. Twin engine, it's actually noisier because the exhaust stacks are so short. The TBF Avenger, built by Grumman and also General Motors, and it was designated TBM. 3 crew members, it was a torpedo bomber. Now, coming in high, 2,000 horsepower motor on the F-4U Corsair, the bent wing bird. And these other 2 aircraft coming through are the North American Texans, 600 horsepower motor. They were advanced trainers for all branches of the service and used by nearly 30 Allied nations during World War II, at least variations of which were the Royal Canadian Air Force and the Royal Air Force called it the Harvard. And depending on whose history book you read, 15,000 or maybe as high as 22,000 were built between 1938 and 1945. The B-17 coming by and being quickly passed by the P-40 Warhawk. Very different sounding engine on the Warhawk. It was also flown by the Royal Air Force and Royal Canadian Air Force under the name Kitty Hawk, and it participated in the Battle of Britain in 1940, fending off the aircraft from the Luftwaffe that were attacking Great Britain during the summer and into the fall of 1940. These Kitty Hawk aircraft, built by Curtiss Aircraft here in the United States, served alongside the Supermarine Spitfires and the Hawker Hurricanes that were the mainstay fighters of the Royal Air Force.